I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. For the love and support, being able to share my life of experience, being able to help myself grow as it reflects on whatever changes you're trying to take place is, it's just a beautiful blessing for us all the way around. So, keep growing, keep achieving, and never stop believing. And so, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like videos are informative, just give you good vibes or inspiration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be, going through some trying times and just needing spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share on while you're at it. Give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. Is always appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And I will be using a new channel today, which I'm truly loving the meditation music they have. It's called Nature Healing Society. And the video that is in the meditation playing in the background is called 528 Hertz, a powerful euphoria boost, positive energy, euphoric healing meditation, relaxing sleep music. And I will post their link in the description box below. Oh yes, and I said I'm gonna start getting used to doing this now in a routine. If you ever need to get in touch with me, basically just getting just networking, sharing your views of experience or needing spiritual assistance with furthering your path or having a deeper understanding, I always post my contact information in the description box below the video. The video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, making sure that you describe your life as it aligns with what you are trying to manifest. They always say, the way you have to be careful with the words you express about yourself as well as others towards, just towards others or as well as in the universe. You don't want that coming back to you. And how you see the world is how you see yourself. And the way I see the world is like uncovering, going through a intense transformation, being able to change. It's just like I said all the time. Last year, when I say it don't put us through a whirlwind of changes, it was hectic, it was crazy, but it was something that was in dire need to be addressed. So many different things was coming up where, maybe people were doing stuff on the DL and stuff like that and then got outed. Skeletons were just falling out of closets all over the place. Just being able to do that. But I can see my life is going through some crazy transformations, but it was needed in my life. I can be able to admit there's so many different things that I'm still healing on. I'm still working within myself. I'm no longer saying I'm a work in progress, but I'm molding my masterpiece. Being able to just look abroad of your life, just being able to like back up and just saying, okay, where do I need to allow myself to go through a constant need of learning, constant need of change, reflection, what I need to let go of, what I really need to embrace, where I need to keep it real with myself, being able to call myself out on my own stuff, on what needs to change in my life. Like, hey, you need to quit judging, people, everybody going through that constant change. A lot of people may be reflecting on different things and want to move about it in a negative way. There are some people that may not see that in a negative way, but that's how they choose to move about it. Only allow yourself to judge yourself. You only can judge yourself. You know what you've been going through. It's just like I work on myself. I have to work on myself like that a lot of times because it's like, especially when I go on these other channels or things that I read up on, I'm like, see, look, this is the stuff I don't like, this and this and this and that. And it was like, even though you can have that opinion, you have to be very careful about that because it's like if you don't know the whole full story on things that's going on, that I used to even get mad when people are like, oh, Roslynn, this and this and this and that, or if this is happening, you can be able to do this. Not everybody knows my full story. Not everybody knows the things that are going on behind the scenes. And I tell people all the time, no matter what your opinion is about my life, it never changes the experiences on what has, what road I've been on, where I'm leading myself to, and just allowing myself to appreciate all my past experiences as well as my future ones as well as my present, because they're teaching you how to grow, teaching you how to, when you're allowing yourself to slip back. Because there are certain times, shoot, we're not perfect. We're spiritual beings living in these human suits of experiences. So we're going to have them heavy flaws of, being in our feelings, being caught up in our emotions. There's sometimes you may get aggravated, maybe short on your own patience, and that's okay. We all go through these different things in life where it may be hard, but you're allowing yourself to say, okay, these are the parts that I need to change within myself, because everything that you're experiencing in your life is teaching you something that you can truly value in your life, whether it was a good experience or a bad experience. It's just like being able to allow myself to not slack on myself, no matter how hard it gets. Just give it all I got. Even if it fails, at least I can say, I worked on this within myself. It just wasn't, just wasn't right for me. But even though, don't never feel like something that just didn't work out right for you and you gave it your all, it gave you some kind of knowledge you can learn something by, that you never know. You may be going down a path and maybe whatever you're trying to allow yourself to, focus on right now, that you're trying to go into a different direction, because, universe plans out everything. We say, okay, we pick out these people, this experience, this pain, this trauma, and we're trying to change the world in some kind of way. Some kind of way. So you know what you're trying to allow yourself to move forward in, even though it may not going on the way. You're going to get that knowledge that you may have needed at that time. It may not, it may not pertain to what you may be going through right now, but it may not. You never can say what you learned from this experience didn't teach you something. It's like when you go down here and then it collabs, with something that you went through in the past. It's like, oh shoot, this is the reason why I went through that. Because there are certain things that I'll think about now and it didn't make sense to me back then, and then when it pops off and then I get a reminder of that, I'll like, shut your mouth and keep on talking. Is this the reason why I went through that? Okay, then it makes a lot of sense. I said, okay, I got you. Thank you, universe. It's just like, even every day when I go through stuff, and even when I get mad, then I have to allow myself, woo-saw, girl, come on, collect yourself, rub on your ears, put on some meditation music, light up a sage, or do something, allow yourself to get back on track. Don't allow something, this little hiccup, to throw you all off course today, because it can happen. There's sometimes I used to get mad. I'm like, bump it, I ain't doing nothing today. Okay, now what did that solve? Because there are some days you really might need to, take that break for yourself. And I'm not saying you got to be running yourself ragged, because you have to be able to trust you and what you're trying to do. But you also have to, the universe is pushing you towards something, and there's a lot of times where, okay, I get frustrated and I start panicking, when certain things, I'm like, dang, I don't know, I ain't never did this before, because it was just like that one when I was trying to go towards doing my podcast, and now I start panicking, like, dang, what app do I use? The people that used to talk to, I don't talk to no more. We parted ways or whatever. They do, podcasts, and I don't know what the heck is going on. And it's just like when I went to the universe, and all of a sudden I'm on IG, and bam, next thing you know, it comes to a certain app that you use for podcasts. And I look right at the universe, I said, thank you. And it was just like, the universe is going to work in your favor when you're trying to align yourself with something and you're really working hard on that. You have to understand, if this is just not going to be a positive influence in your life, but in your surroundings, the universe is going to go above and beyond to make sure this happens for you. And they're going to put certain people in certain situations in your life that help you go towards that, help you learn from that, help you educate yourself for that. And just allowing yourself to say, I'm making my own history, where I'm about to imprint something very beautiful, very magical in my life, not just in my life, but other people's lives, and it influences them. That's why I love being able to do what I do, because I'll say, you know what, God gave me a mouth where I was sitting up here. I used to always talk a lot. My mom was like, girl, you talk too much. And then next thing you know, bam, I started doing videos and started learning all these different things, but also even through my good parts and my bad parts, allowing myself to be transparent, allowing myself to be vulnerable, which I don't like being vulnerable towards certain things, especially when it comes to my life. But I've seen, just from me doing videos as long as I have, it's been over 4 years. Now, towards the end of the month, I think it's on the 26th. I think it's the 26th. I gotta remember, gotta look back how long I've been doing videos for, but it's gonna be going on 4 years. And I've changed so much within that time. I've been very transparent, when I first started, all the way until now. There are certain people that have been with me that long, like, Roslynn, you're not even the same person anymore. And I don't want to be the same person. You never want to stay the same. You want to be able to upgrade yourself. You want to be able to transform yourself, not stay in that same sequence of life, or direction or element of vibrations, frequency. You want to be like, dag, I want to be better than I was 5 minutes ago. I'm trying to add more to my life. I want to add more to my growth, more to my upbringing in my life. I got girls, and my daughters. I say I'm trying to make something big for them, to where when they get up in my age, they ain't got to be, I want them to be able to carry on their own. But it's just, the fact is, all the things that has taken place in my life, I don't want my kids to struggle like I did, but then I don't take nothing away from those different things, because it let me grow hard. It's like my daughters be like, Mom, we really, we seen you go through the ups and downs, but you did everything you could for us. You tried your best, you hustled, you did what you had to do. Even when they were like, Mom, what did you have to do on certain? I'm like, shoot, I had a shoplift sometimes. They were like, Mom, that's not something good to brag about. No, it's not. That's not something that I would even sit up here like, hey, go steal that. No, I did what I had to do. Desperate times came from desperate measures. Nowadays, I'm not about to do that. I ain't about that life. I'm not about that life. If it's something that I can't get, by paying for it or working hard to get that, it's just not meant for me to have. I just don't have time for that. I used to be an adrenaline junkie when I was like in my late teens, shoot, even in my early teens to my early 20s. That was like, I'd shoot. I'll take a whole 10 minutes before I cross the street. I even look both ways like 3 or 4 times, even on a one-way street, because you never can't trust anybody. And that's how I feel about different things in my life, where I just like to see myself grow. I want to see everybody win. It's like, when I constantly went through my things, I've had experiences where I did not have that support system the way I needed. Even though when it came to it, like my mom, me and her had a like very water and oil relationship. It was not good. It was very toxic. But thank God, universe and God made sure that even towards the end of her transition, we had the best relationship we can ever have. There's times where when things started unfolding and it really started showing me the truth about everything, there are so many times I done cried and begged my mom to forgive me, even though I know she has, but it made me feel so bad, because it was like, it showed me more truth, and that mess was so painful. But then, I said, when I allow myself to take back, because it's like, there's a lot of things that I put my kids through, I exposed them through. And it's just like, my father has passed. My adopted mom, she's passed. I don't have a relationship with my biological mother, because of certain painful things her and my dad went through, and that's all I had left, and I don't have that. So I try to make that knit between me and my girls very, very tight, and it was kind of messed up for certain reasons or things that came along a few years ago. But I said, I don't want to dwell on that. I just want to be able to make my relationship with my daughters a lot better than what it was, because I tell them I don't have a relationship with my mom, and that kills me. It really does, because it's like, that's the part of myself, with me being adopted, I want to be able to know that of myself, but I was robbed of that. I was cheated of that. But also got a blessing, because since my father has passed, we have a strong, metaphysical and spiritual, connection. So there's nobody able to interfere with that except the devil when he tries to. But everything happens for a reason. So it's just like, the more of that, when I can allow myself to see the hiccups I've had in my life, and being able to say, what, I don't want this to continue. When we're that cycle of generational breakers, that we're, those toxic traits and patterns and all those different things that we have gone throughout our lives, because it's just like more and more and more, I want to be able to break that chain of that. And that's what we're doing right now. You have to be able to be very mindful of the words that you connect with when it comes to your life, your path, yourself, how you see things, how you see other people, how you see within yourself. You have to be very selective about the words that you use. They always tell you, be mindful of how you say that, what you do, whatever, even what vibes you even send out to other people, that reflects within yourself. Even if it's somebody who's, just downright doing some dirty stuff to you, still allow yourself to keep moving forward in the righteousness of yourself, kindness of your heart, whether or not if it's being perceived towards, is being reciprocated towards other people. The right ones is going to connect with that. The right ones is going to appreciate that. There are some people out here this room that don't know how to do that. Even if you were that good person, and you didn't push nothing bad out to that person, you were above and beyond good to that person. You were that blessing for that person, and within that path of life, even if it felt like you were being unappreciated or whatever. But it's like all my experiences has really helped me grow, really allowing myself to really see things. It took me a long time for me not to, when I think about, my adopted family or my path of where it got me, for me to not have pain connected with that, or hateful vibes and stuff when it comes to talking about those certain subjects. Now it's just like, what? This is a whole new year. Look at all the things I've went through, all the things I've opened myself up to, all the people I've been able to connect with just because of the certain situations that my so-called family, I call them reflectors, that has put me through. That was a blessing in disguise. And it took me a long time for me to be able to see that. And it has brought me to having very big possibilities in my life and opportunities that are, I never knew, not allowed myself, but never knew that I would be able to embark on because of the tragedies that I've gone through because of my situation. And those are the blessings that comes into it. And a lot of times we're moving forward, and a lot of times it's hard for us to move forward and just have something positive to say about the most tragic thing that has gone into your life. But that part triggered something within yourself that was laying dormant. And I say that a lot because it's true. You may have not, you knew there was some part of your life that was missing. There are certain things in your life that you didn't know. You knew something wasn't all there, but you knew there was something that you were missing a part of. And it had to trigger that within the pain that you had been, either you inflicted on somebody else or has been inflicted on you. And when you're allowing yourself to know that this situation that really has messed me up emotionally and mentally, but you have to think about whatever you have gone through, trust and believe. Somebody don't probably went through it and didn't make it as far as you have. And that's why you're blessed, because of those things. Because you always have a choice on how you choose to move around on certain things. Like with me, I love watching these crime shows and hearing about these crime stories and stuff like that. And a lot of times, if you watch those different things, the main thing you hear, that person had head injuries. That person was grown, went through a family of abuse. Okay. And I can really understand that, but you all have a choice on that. You can either inflict whatever they had and make it 10 times worse than what it was that you went through and move forward with that, killing folks and all that other junk and, wreaking havoc, or you can allow yourself to see that as a big, a big smack in the face of reality to say, what, let me stop that cycle that I've been, raised in, or I've been exposed to. I don't like that feeling. I didn't like what it made me feel like. I didn't like it, how it made me go about my life, or whoever I pertain to and what choices I made. Let me allow myself to change with that. So when you're allowing yourself to, to use the positive words like, okay, I'm uncovering, I'm unfolding, I'm moving forward in love and gratitude. When you're doing that, you're like placing energy, you know what I'm saying? You making that a possibility for you to move something within a powerful blessing, because that's what you're trying to manifest. Regardless of what is taking place in your life right now, that is moving you forward and getting you into that shift of reality of what is going to unfold into your life that may be even magical that you didn't even expect. So allow yourself to use the positive words on how you see your life, how you see your path, because it's opening up positive opportunities to take place into your life. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Worst Nero, Prince YT Films, as well as Kanisha Cologne. Much love to you as well. Endeavor Colburn, as well as Tiffany Henry. Much love to you as well. Welcome to the channel. If you new, like and subscribe, share, tell somebody about the channel. Go ahead and drop a line. I would love to get a chance to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Drop a line so I can give you a post notification shout out. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that whatever you're trying to manifest into your life comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined, and it comes sooner than you ever expected, even through social distancing. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things could really take somebody a long way. Much love to you. Peace.